everyone, and welcome back to Pageant Planet Live. I'm Stephanie McGrain, and I am super excited to have the beautiful, gorgeous Jessy Peralta joining me today. Jessy is Royal International Miss. Welcome, Jessy.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I am so excited that you're able to join us today. I understand you brought that beautiful, sparkly crown. Can we see it?
Of course. Here she is. It's huge, but isn't she adorable? I love her.
Wow.
How
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is it heavy to wear on your head?
Sure. I'm about to trip the camera's picking it up, but there it is.
Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
The perfect fit.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, so I understand you have some awesome tips to share with us today on how to win that gorgeous crown within your system.
Yes, I do. I'm so excited to share.
Awesome. Well, let's jump right into it. Now, I understand interviews are only 2 minutes long. Is that correct?
Yes, only 2 minutes.
Okay, so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time. So tell us, what do we want to do to make a lasting impression? And what information do we want to make sure we get across to the judges in that short amount of time?
Yes, well, right off the bat, I try to never think about how much time I have with each judge, because I'm going to end up psyching myself out about how much time I have with them, as opposed to thinking about the questions and the answers I'm going to deliver, which is way more important than the time. So just try to get the time out of your head, because it'll fly by once you're in the room. And for RIM specifically, a lot of the questions in interview are based off your introduction, which is held about 30 minutes before the interview is held. So as long as you know your introduction inside and out, you can answer any question that they throw at you. And I always tell my friends, and I always tell myself, you know, when you're interviewing, try to relate every question that they ask you back to yourself, back to your platform. That way the judges can already have an idea of who this girl is, what she's passionate about, what she stands for. That way when they're going back making their decisions, they can put like a face to the cause. So always try to relate every question back to yourself.
Love it. Great advice.
Yeah.
Now, you had mentioned the personal introduction. So tell us, what do we want to do? What do we want to remember? How can we really stand out in personal introduction?
Yes, well, I'm a firm believer in it's not what you say, but how you say it. You can have a super simple introduction, but if you deliver with a lot of charisma and personality and confidence, you can leave a lasting impression on the judges and the entire audience, because they're watching as well at RIM. So also for myself, I mentioned a lot about fashion and pageantry in a charity that I'm involved in, which is Everyday Counts. So, and they also ask me a lot of questions in interview from my introduction. And you just want to record yourself on your phone, which is something I like to do, and I listen back to it in my headphones, or like I'll write it out, or just recite in front of a mirror, or your friends or family. And those are some great tips to just remember your introduction.
So true. It's great to practice it.
Yes.
Practice it in the mirror, on your phone. Love it in front of your family. And your family, they can usually pick up little things, little movements. Yes.
Yes.
Great, great advice there. Okay, now I thought this was so interesting.
Yes.
And I want you to tell us more about, I believe this is an optional competition. It is called the National Role Model Competition. So it has to do with volunteering and community service and being a role model. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Definitely. Well, the National Role Models, it's a competition that's optional. It's held within the side of the RIM national competition. So those girls, they're all centered on scholarship, on volunteer work, and they're just really getting out there in the community and setting that example to girls inside and outside of pageantry. And they're doing what their title says that they are. They're role models. And they just set that example. And they compete in the same areas of competition as we do, but it's more centered on volunteer work. And in the interview and their introduction, they mention a lot of the causes that they're passionate about. So I absolutely adore the role model system. And if you're a girl that has thousands of hours of community service involvement, then that's definitely the competition for you.
Okay, now I have a question. Is this crowned separately within your system, or is it like a separate title, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we all compete together. So they'll be in the fun fashion, they'll be an introduction, they'll be an interview, and an evening gown. But the crowning is held and it's judged completely separately from the high point winner.
Okay, so if I was competing in your system, how would I know if I wanted to compete in the role model competition? If I'm passionate about community service and I have a platform, is that something that I would steer towards then?
Definitely, because when you do win that role model title, your entire year you're dedicating it to community service, your platform, if you have one, you're getting out there, and then you're just expressing your charity and things like that. And then when you're signing up, if you're like, okay, if I've done a lot of community service work and I want it to be honored in a way, the role model competition is definitely for you.
Well, that's fabulous for
Yes.
all the ladies out there that are involved with community
Definitely.
service and making a difference.
Definitely.
Okay, evening gown. Now, is there a certain style or look that really works well in your system? And what are the judges looking for? What do we need to know?
Definitely. Well, I have to say evening gown was never my strongest, to be honest. So it took a lot of practice. And I do have to say for RIM, it's a glamorous, high fashion, elegant pageant system. So you want to show them the best you inside your gown. You don't have to spend a lot in a gown, honestly. You know, girls can spend $10,000 on a custom made gown, but if she doesn't have that personality and that poise in the gown, you know, it doesn't really matter. So for me, I practice a lot. You can practice in your hallway. You can practice in your school. I've seen girls practice in gymnasiums. I personally rented out a dance studio in New York City where I practiced for a few hours there, which is a great way to get comfortable with yourself and your heels. And I know a lot of systems have stairs now. So for fun fashion and for evening gown, you want to practice those stairs, but don't psych yourself out about it because they're over in seconds, those stairs. So just go gracefully as you can and just take your time and have fun on stage because it's the girl, not the dress.
Well, you look so stunning, so beautiful in your evening gown. And I loved the fact that you rented out a dance studio, and what a cool idea.
Definitely.
Yeah, you just have this entire space and mirrors, and you can really get a feel. It's so much different than just practicing in your living room. So I love that. Love it.
I know. I have a small apartment in New York City, so I didn't have the room to practice in my huge gown. So I said, let's go down to the city and rent out a dance studio. And it's really affordable here in the city for my New York girls. So I can give them the information if they're interested. I just practice there a few hours and a few days leading up to nationals.
Love it.
Yes.
And I suppose you also use the dance studio to do a little practicing with your fun fashion. Is that right?
Yes, I absolutely love fun fashion. So I hauled my whole gown over there, my whole fun fashion outfit, and I practiced in both. And I wore tippy top heels, which are super high, and they're super, when it's your first time wearing them, and they're really hard to walk in, but I've been wearing them for a few years now, so I was pretty comfortable with them. It's just a lot of fun. Fun fashion is one of my favorite areas of competition. It's like a high fashion runway show. It's to stretch your stuff, and now it's like upbeat music. So the girls and I were dancing backstage before it was our turn to go into fun fashion. So fun fashion is really what the word it says it is. It's fun. So you just have to have fun with it.
Okay, so just make it fun. Have fun. I love that you're jamming out to music.
It's so much fun. Right.
Okay, now any certain type of outfits that work better within your system? Any recommendations there?
Yes, well, I know a lot of girls, they love to wear the high-low outfits. Myself, personally, I did wear a high-low also, and it's just something fun to play with when you're on stage. You could just like flirt with the judges a little bit and just swing it to them and just have a lot of fun with it. You can also wear a super simple cocktail dress. I've seen done really well too also. And it's also, again, it's how you're modeling it, how you're wearing it, your confidence, not the outfit that you're wearing. So same goes for evening gown, same goes for fun fashion, just a girl that's in the outfit.
Sounds like so much fun. Okay, now, for all those ladies out there who are thinking about your system, getting ready to compete within your system, what do we need to know? What's your best advice that you can give all those ladies?
Yes, well, I know this year RIM is turning 5, and we're having a huge celebration at our national pageant. There's a lot of fun things in the works, and I'm so excited to almost share. I can't share anything just yet, but it's a system that's really different from others. They're really close with their directors, and the contestants are really close with the directors as well, and they're just really involved with one another. There's lots of activities held. I know some pageants, they don't really get along together with the different areas of competition, but for RIM, there's different events held every single night. There's different parties or different events, and they're just really active. And they're just really united as a family. And I know it sounds like really cliche, but you just have to be yourself because no one knows you better than you do. Same goes for interview and introductions. You just have to be yourself and have fun. Have fun that week at state pageants. Have fun at nationals. Have fun because it's the friendship that you make that lasts after that.
Oh my goodness, isn't that the truth? Yes, have fun, be yourself. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, thank you, Jessy, for all of these fabulous tips, all of the fabulous advice. Let's see that sparkly crown one more time.
Oh, one more time. Here we go.
Woo, so beautiful. I love it. So sparkly. And thanks to the viewers for tuning in. And be sure to subscribe to the Pageant Planets YouTube channel so you have access to all of our great videos to help you succeed in pageantry. And Jessy, we're so excited to see all that you accomplish within your reign. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.